Hello and welcome to the Smart Story Bootcamp. Why stories? And then why smart stories? Well, you probably remember ever since you were a kid that you enjoyed somebody reading you stories. They were exciting and they kept you interested. And at the same time, they had a message. There was something for you to learn through that story. That's what we use to educate our kids when they're young. And how about us adults? Well, we like a good story. Now, we don't do it the same way as the kids, but we enjoy a good movie. And a good movie is actually a story given in a quick time frame. So, because we are human beings, we engage with a good story and we make time to listen or to participate or to just get that message. And that's why we want to include stories in our communication so that more people connect with us, can relate to us, and eventually the sale happens with ease. Let me explain. You probably have heard facts tell, stories sell. And that is so true because yes, we can talk about advantages of the product, we can talk about statistics, we can talk about whatever happens, but in the end of the day, people buy based on emotions. And emotions are very, very easily elicited with stories. And that's why we want to include stories. Now, you probably know that we are no longer now talking about B2B or B2C type of business, but we are talking about H to H, human to human. Because we are human beings and we don't want to buy from companies or logos anymore. We want to buy from people and we want to connect with people before we decide to buy. And that's why through stories, we show us, our face, our human side, the person behind the company, and we also connect with our audience, with our potential customers. And even more interesting and importantly is that we show what's possible through stories. It's one thing for us to promise a great product or service, but it's much more powerful to show what's possible for the person buying that product or service through a story. Because remember, people don't buy products or services. People buy whatever the product or service gives them, be it a status, be it an experience, being a transformation, whatever it is. And that whatever they buy is way better to be shown and exposed through a story. Lastly, but also very, very importantly, we want to use stories to handle objections. So people no longer say, I have no time, I have no money, or I can't do that, or whatever else they come up in their own head. And they decide to invest in our product or service because we know it's a wonderful product or service we give to people and we improve their life or their business. Therefore, we want them to invest in our product or service, and the best possible way to handle objections is by including stories in our communication.